Hey, this is Shawn the Party Man, BaoRadio, Sports Grind here. We're going to get into the World Series. The Philadelphia Phillies are up 2-1 in the World Series. We have Game 4 going on tonight. That being said, there hasn't been much starting pitching yet. It's all been mainly offense. Besides last night, we had Ranger Suarez going, and he had 5 innings pitched of 0-run baseball. Ranger Suarez last night had 5 innings pitched, 0 runs allowed. The Phillies are up 2-1, which has mattress mac right now, and the Houston Astro fans sweating their ass off. Because if the Astros win the World Series, they win $75 million. Speaking of that, there was a young man last night who got very, very lucky. He laid $100 down to win 100,100 US American dollars. For Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, Rhys Hoskins, and Brandon Marsh all hitting a home run, which they did, to put the Phillies up 2-1, 2 wins away from the World Series, which tonight is Game 4. You can check that out on Fox, 8 o'clock. Like I said, there hasn't really been going on a lot with pitching. It's been mainly all hitting in this World Series. Justin Verlander has almost a 6 ERA in the World Series in his lifetime. This is his 3rd decade pitching. Needless to say, he had a great regular season, but his postseason, his World Series, not so much. We get away from baseball here for a second. That's going on tonight, Game 4, 2 wins away. Anything can happen. But I'm going to go into boxing. I don't know what you guys know about boxing, but there's this guy, YouTube sensation, Jake Paul. He likes to box old-time UFC greats, and he decided to pick a fight, a boxing match. Not a real fight, because he would have got his butt thrashed if they fought in a real fight in MMA. But he knocked out UFC legend Anderson Silva this past weekend. It looked like he took a dive, but the man's almost 50 years old. Jake Paul's 25. So what do you guys think about that? I mean, did he do it? Yeah, he did, but was it staged? Who knows? Made a lot of money. That's what's going on in the boxing. Check it out. You can rewatch it on YouTube, any channel like that. The next thing I want to get into is the NFL, which is it's my favorite sport of all. I mean, besides baseball, love baseball, but baseball's almost over. So I'm gonna get into football. The Philadelphia Eagles are undefeated. They're number 1 in the NFC East right now. Unbelievable. Who would have thought that? They are 8-0. Also, we'll get to the NFL Week 8 scores. We had the Bucs lose to the number 1 AFC North Baltimore Ravens. That's Tom Brady, 3rd loss in a row. We'd have to go back 20 years to see Tom lose 3 in a row. Did it have anything to do with him getting divorced from Gisele Bündchen? Probably a little bit. The team's struggling, but it's Tom Brady. You never can count the man out. He's got more Super Bowls than any other team combined. He has 7 rings. Technically, he's got 10. He had 11, but Gisele took one from him, so now he has 10. That was the Bucs versus the Ravens. Like I said, Ravens in first place. We had the Broncos. Russell Wilson, almost a $300 million contract, and his team is terrible. They finally won a game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I've seen that one coming. Then we had the Lions and the Dolphins. The Lions have a really great offense, but a terrible, terrible, terrible defense. That was a close game. The Dolphins beat the Lions. Believe this, can't believe it, which they won't finish the end of the year this, but the Falcons are in first place in the NFC South. The Atlanta Falcons beat the Carolina Panthers, their division foe, 37-34 in overtime. First place until Brady gets over the divorce, and they'll come back and win that division. We had the Vikings, who's also in first place in the NFC North, beat the Arizona Cardinals 34-26. That was a great game. Moving on, the Cowboys, which is America's team, they blew out the Chicago Bears 49-28. The Saints shut out the Raiders 24-0. Sorry, Raiders fans, y'all. Looking up, but not too good right now. And like I said, the number 1 team in the NFL, which I never would have saw this coming. Only Tom Brady could see it coming because he's never lost anybody in the Super Bowl besides the NFC East. He's 0-2 against Eli Manning, played for the Giants. He's 0-1 against the Eagles, who are in first place, who blew out the Steelers 35-13. We move on to the Jets and the Patriots. This was an easy one. A good friend of mine, big Jets fan, I told him, no way, the Patriots are going to kill him. They didn't kill him. They beat him 22-17. That's a division game. Moving on, we have the number 1 AFC South Tennessee Titans. They beat the Texans, division foe, 17-10. Number 1 Titans. And this one blows my mind. So Geno Smith, all-time, he's a backup his whole career. The Denver Broncos give Russell Wilson almost $300 million. He's leading the number 1 NFC West Seattle Seahawks, first in their division right now. They beat the really talented New York Giants 27-13. Great win for the Seahawks, be in first place. Another game, now the Washington Commanders, used to be the Washington Redskins. They won 17-16 over the Colts. Close game. Nobody's probably paying attention to that one too much unless you're a Commanders fan out there. And then great division rival, Christian McCaffrey, one of the best running backs in football when he's healthy, got traded to the San Francisco 49ers. Their team is now complete. They have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. I'm picking that Tom Brady is going to leave Tampa this year, go to Kyle Shanahan, the best offensive-minded coach in football, and they are going to win the Super Bowl next year. This past week, week 8, the 49ers beat the Rams 31-14. Blew them out. And this is my other Super Bowl prediction. This is my prediction. I think it's going to be the Buffalo Bills versus the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl. That's my prediction. The Bills' offense is unbelievable. Their defense is unbelievable. They beat Aaron Rodgers, who's having a tough year. They beat him 27-17 on Sunday Night Football. And that is going, in my opinion, going to be the Super Bowl this year. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you think. Moving on to Monday Night Football. Didn't see this one coming. Lost a little bit of money. The Browns of Cleveland destroyed the Cincinnati Bengals, their division foe, 32-13. And that pretty much wraps up week 8 of National Football League tackle football. And this is Shawn the Party Man, BaoRadio from Sports Grind. See you next time.
BaoRadio. Un corito, no tan sano.